Hello and welcome. You're watching NDTV Profit. We are here on the sidelines of the Global FinTech Fest in Mumbai in 2025, and we have caught along with Sid Swaminathan, the MD and CEO of JioBlackRock AMC, on the sidelines of the GFF. Sid, thank you so much for joining us. I hope you're having a good time here at GFF, but what interests me more is your recently closing NFO that's been going on. So JioBlackRock came in and started out with debt funds, then it moved into passive funds, and finally we are seeing movement into actively managed funds. Yeah. So what has that strategy been? How has it evolved from debt to active funds over time?
Yeah, absolutely. And the NFO is still going on. There's still about 12 hours left, so it's not late yet. But yeah, in terms of the strategy, it was a very, let's say, well-defined strategy that we had. So we wanted to make sure when we came to the market here that firstly, we're addressing the full spectrum of investors in India. And then they're coming up with products that are relevant for each of those categories of investors. And then within those products, making sure there is enough innovation and differentiation. So we started with the cash debt funds, which is primarily aimed at institutional investors, your typical corporate treasurers used to manage their balance sheets. So we got very strong response from those institutions at the NFO. And those institutions have continued to grow. And to be fair, we were actually quite surprised that we also got a very strong response from retail investors in those cash funds as well. We then followed up with the 5 index funds. And the objective of the index funds is really to offer core building blocks in order for individuals to build whole portfolios. So I'm a very big believer in asset allocation and whole portfolios. And there's always a set of core building blocks that you need to ensure that no matter what stage in life you are, what goals you have, there's the right mix of equity, debt, market caps that could get to those, that could get your investments in line with those objectives. So that was the goal of launching those 5 index funds, bringing to India kind of the global best practices of indexing that we have at BlackRock, and then ensuring that they are delivered in a cost-effective manner to our end customers. And then now is our flagship active fund, which we're in the NFO process for. And here again, we've done the same thing. We've looked at the categories. We know active equity is a big category here in India. Within that, FlexiCap is one of the more, let's say, core active equity categories. And we looked at what strategy can we bring to India that is differentiated from what's available here in the market. So our systematic active equity strategy is what we call it internally, which really digs into data, AI, machine learning, combines that with human fund managers to put together portfolios that have a lot of breadth. So by breadth, I mean just the number of stocks. So typically in these FlexiCap funds, you see a lot more stocks than you would in others. And with that, the objective is to provide downside protection firstly. So when the markets go down, you're not losing as much, and then generate consistent alpha on the upside. And we've seen these strategies perform really well over many, many years at BlackRock globally. And we've got very strong backtest results for India as well. So we're very confident, and this will come and provide to India a new differentiated way of investing in the FlexiCap category.
Right. And while I want to stay on the topic of the FlexiCap category, how has the response been so far? If you can talk some numbers to me, and in terms of volume, in terms of value, and what kind of penetration have you seen for your FlexiCap NFO so far?
Yeah, look, I hate to disappoint you. I'm not going to disclose numbers just yet. We're very close to the close, and it's a very busy day for all of us here at JioBlackRock. But what I will say is the response has been overwhelmingly positive from where we stand. And look, this is something very new. The strategy is new. The investment style is very new to India. We are a new asset manager. Yes, we've got the name of Jio and BlackRock, but we're still a new asset manager. And we have a direct digital model right now where people are accessing our funds directly through their phones primarily. So in context of all of that, the response that we have seen, and I said, we saw a very strong response in the institutional funds. We saw even stronger in the index funds. This has surpassed all of that. So I am very happy sitting here with a few hours to go of the response that we've seen. And when the time is right, I'll be happy to share the numbers with you.
So any more active funds that you plan on launching soon?
Yes, absolutely. So again, the systematic active equity is a platform, right? So within that same, let's say, investment philosophy, we are planning to launch many more funds in the coming months. This particular one, the FlexiCare fund, focuses really on generating alpha through security selection. We're looking at funds going forward that will be looking at it more from a sector perspective or an asset allocation perspective. So there's many ways in which the technology, the data can be used to generate alpha in using different benchmarks, different investment styles. So that's the suite of funds that we plan to bring.
So thematic funds is something that interests you right now.
Yes, we're looking at that space right now. Absolutely.
Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us. And ladies and gentlemen, this was NDTV Profit. Do stay tuned for more updates.